So one of the things I want to talk to you about is base. If you want to save yourself money for spraying base, you need to remember what the point of base is. Coverage, right? So you don't have to spray 8 layers or 4 layers. There's no set amount that you have to spray. It doesn't help UV pigments or rays or anything like that by putting extra on. If it did, well, that's called a single stage. But if it did, then you wouldn't need a clear coat to go over top of it. That's where all your UV comes from. Now, if your second objection to that is, well, it makes it more pigmented. If it's like a pearl blue, for instance, right? Literally, you just need to put it on so that it covers. That's it. The point isn't because you give it more and the pearl pops more. No, that's not the way it goes. Because if it was, then what you're dealing with is a candy or like a chameleon or something, where the more it's very translucent. So the more you put on, the more it makes it stand out. But that's not the way base goes. It's not the way it's supposed to go, okay? There are some bases out there that are extremely watered down. Don't get me wrong. But the point of base, that's not it. The point of base is just to cover. So if you want to save yourself money, don't go by, oh, I need to put 5 layers on all the way around. People that work in shops, that work for other people, they don't care so much. Why don't they care so much? Because they're not the owners. They're not the ones forking out the money to pay for the base. So your painter that you hire for $20 an hour, $30 an hour, whatever anyone claims that they get, he doesn't care about how much base he puts on there. So if he's followed this rule of, oh, I put three heavy coats on the entire time whenever I paint a whole car, well, that's just a rule that he's followed because it works for him. He doesn't care about the cost of the base. And he's not going to, because he's not the one forking out the money for the base. But as someone who actually knows the cost of base and has to fork out for the price of the base, you don't want to spend as much. You want to save as much money as you can, which is why I said, just go until it's covered.